Har Har Mahadev, Hare Hare Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Mahadeva. Welcome to Pause and Reflections. I am Devidatta Mahanti, and you guessed it right. Mahashivratri is around the corner, and today I bring you an untold story of Mahayogi Lord Shiva. India is known for its culture and heritage. People all over the globe are mesmerized by the beauty and the architectural splendor of temple and monuments that India has. One such temple, Bajnath Temple, is unique for two reasons. One, on the temple, on the slabs of the temple, a true incident is engraved that speaks about the untold story of Mahayogi, the mystic Lord Shiva. And the second unique reason that this temple possesses is it is the only temple in India that is being built by a British couple. British who never accepted Indian culture, unlike Turks, Afghans, Aryans, and that's what makes this temple unique. Isn't it interesting? So let's hear it out. The story goes back to 1879 when Lieutenant Colonel C. Martin was posted in Agar Malwa area of British India. That time, the British Indian Army was fighting a battle against the Afghans. And the Afghans, despite of several attempts, refused to bow down. So Lieutenant Colonel was also posted on the frontier in 1879. Though gone on the frontier, Lieutenant kept sending letters to his worried wife about the war and about his well-being. The letters were the only means of communication. His wife was very worried, but then these letters gave him that sense of comfort that her husband is alive and he's safe. Months passed by and the battles became intense. The frequency of the letters also started decreasing, and soon there were no letters from the Martin side. Afghans were giving a tough time to the British Indian Army, and rest was handled by the difficult and rough terrain that Afghanistan is. She was worried. The worried wife had nowhere to go. And this anxiousness had also started affecting her health. One day, she was riding her horse, tuk, 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 tuk. And then all of a sudden, when she was passing by the Bajnath temple, she could hear the sound of the conch and the bells and the chant of the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. The chant, the bells, the conch, it pulled her as a magnet, and she was attracted by the sound, and she went inside the temple. And when she saw the stone idol and the ritual that was going on, she asked the Brahmins or the priests there, what is happening here? The priest said, this is Lord Shiva, and the ritual that you are witnessing is the Aarti. Lady Martin was so tense that she conveyed her problem, her worry, to the Brahmins there. The Brahmins told, Lord Shiva hears the prayers of his devotee. You pray with a devoted heart and full faith, and in no time he rescues his devotees from the most difficult situation. The priest out there advised her to perform Laghu Rudri Anushtan of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya for 11 days. Lady Martin put her soul and heart into that Anustan, and she prayed Lord Shiva with a devoted heart all the 11 days. And on 11th day, she received the letter. When she received the letter, her hands were trembling. Her heart was thumping because she did not know what's there in that letter. And when she opened and started reading it, that her husband was safe and alive, she was overwhelmed with joy. And her heart was filled with reverence and joy for Lord Shiva. Tears were rolling down her cheeks. And then a story followed in that letter. The story said the menacing Afghans had almost trapped Colonel Martin and his men. They could see the death right in front of them. And they had almost surrendered, knowing now the death is near. With the lightning speed, a tall yogi wearing tiger skin and a trident in his hand appeared from nowhere. And he disrupted the Afghans that had hold on British army. His attack forced the Afghans to retreat, and the certain defeat turned into victory in no time. British won the war. Lieutenant Colonel in his letter has narrated that not only that, Yogi also told him that he came here to rescue him. He was moved by the devotion and the prayers of his wife. When Lady Martin was reading this letter, tears of joy were rolling down the cheeks. She was overwhelmed with joy and reverence. She ran into the temple and fell beneath the lingam of Lord Shiva and burst into tears. Soon, Lieutenant Colonel also came back from the frontier, and they both went to the temple to offer their respect and reverence. They did not forget their promise. Lady Martin, as legends say, promised if her husband is going to come back safe and alive, she would renovate this temple, and that's what she did. When the couple went back to England, they sent 15,000 rupees for the renovation of this temple, for the entire structure. And not only that, throughout their life, they became ardent devotee of Lord Shiva. Faith and devotion can move mountains. Every impossible can be possible. Hare Hare Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Mahadeva. Hare Hare Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Mahadeva. Karpura Gaurang, Karunapataram, Sansara Saram, Bhujagendra Haram, Sada Basantam, Hridayara Brinde, Bhavam Bhavani, Shahitam Namami. Hare Hare Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Mahadeva. Wishing you all a very happy Mahashivratri. Om Namah Shivaya.